You ever like scroll through your TikTok feed, post something you worked hard on, and then just sit there wondering?
Oh, totally. Is it landing? Is anyone really watching?
Exactly. And you kind of wish you had, I don't know, a crystal ball to figure out what actually works, right? We all want that genuine connection, that growth.
Yep. It's a common feeling.
Well, today we're diving deep into something that's maybe the closest thing to that crystal ball: TikTok analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like your control room for figuring out what's clicking, what's not, and how to, stop guessing. And hey, if you're looking to give your whole social media presence a bit of a kickstart, not just TikTok,
Yeah.
check out rapidboost.net. They offer services to help boost your profile growth and engagement across different platforms.
Good shout. And what's really interesting is how TikTok, which seems so spontaneous, actually gives you this pretty robust toolkit.
Right.
Our guide for this deep dive, Mastering TikTok Analytics for Video Growth,
Yeah.
really lays it all out, how to use those tools.
So our mission today.
Basically, pull out the key, actionable stuff from that guide. Give you, the listener, a clear way to look at your own data and actually use it to make better videos.
Okay, TikTok analytics. I know for some people hearing analytics sounds kind of scary, like spreadsheets and charts.
Huh. Yeah, it can sound intimidating,
Yeah.
but the source breaks it down really well. It's just that dashboard inside the app.
But you need a pro account first, right? Business or creator.
Exactly. Switch to one of those, and boom, you get access. Think of it like the cockpit for your TikTok account. All your vital signs in one place.
Vital signs. I like that.
Yeah, it gives you the full picture. How your videos are doing, who's watching, is your profile healthy, that kind of thing.
And it's not just for like pros who've been doing this forever.
No, not at all. It's actually designed for everyone. Beginners, seasoned creators.
Yeah.
The data's there, from simple views to like average watch time and follower details.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. Why get bogged down in numbers? Shouldn't we just be, I don't know, making cool videos? What's the actual benefit?
Ah, see, that's where the magic is. The TikTok algorithm. It runs on engagement.
Likes, comments, shares.
Exactly. And follows, and maybe most importantly, how long people actually watch your stuff. Retention.
Okay.
So analytics shows you exactly what's grabbing people, what's keeping them hooked, and crucially, where they're swiping away.
So it's not just vanity metrics.
Not at all. It's about understanding your audience. What do they find interesting? What makes them stick around so you can make smarter choices next time?
That actually makes a lot of sense. And our source mentioned a stat from Influencer Marketing Hub, something like creators using analytics grow 25% faster.
Yeah, on average. That's pretty significant, right?
Yeah.
It shows that paying attention to the data, it really works.
It moves you from just guessing to like informed creating.
Precisely. It's about meeting your audience where they are, understanding what they value.
All right, convinced. Sold. Where is this thing? How do we actually get into the dashboard?
Okay, so first, like we said, make sure you're on a creator or business account. That's step one. Then, on your profile page, look for those three little lines or dots, usually top right.
Mm-hmm.
Tap that. Then you'll see either Creator Tools or Business Suite. Go into that.
Okay.
And right in there, you should find Analytics. It's usually pretty prominent. They want you to use it.
Makes sense. So once we're in, what are we looking at? The source mentioned three main tabs: Overview, Content, Followers.
That's right. Let's start with Overview.
Okay, what's the deal there?
Overview is, well, exactly that. A bird's eye view, your main performance snapshot.
For how long?
You can usually pick 7 days, 28 days, sometimes custom ranges. And the big numbers there are total video views, just overall reach.
All right.
Profile views, how many people click through to your actual profile.
Interesting.
And your follower count, seeing if it's going up, down, the general trend.
Okay, so that's the big picture. What about the Content tab? That sounds more granular.
Totally. Content is where you dig into individual videos. How did this specific video do?
What metrics are key there?
You'll see the basics. Views per video, likes, comments, shares, the direct engagement stuff.
Yeah.
But the really juicy metrics are average watch time, how long people stuck around on average.
Retention again.
Yep, super important. And traffic sources, where did the views actually come from?
Okay, traffic sources, we'll come back to that. What about the third tab? Followers.
Followers is all about understanding who your audience is,
Yeah.
your community.
Demographics and stuff.
Exactly. Age ranges, gender breakdown, where they are in the world, top countries or even cities sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
Plus, their activity, when are they actually on TikTok?
Yeah.
Super useful for posting times.
Definitely.
And you can sometimes see which videos might have caused a spike in new followers.
Okay, this is powerful stuff. So we know where to find it now. How do we decode it? How do we make this useful? Let's start with that average watch time metric you keep mentioning. Why is that so important?
Right. Average watch time and completion rate too, how many watch the whole thing. There are massive signals to the algorithm.
Signals of what?
Signals that your content is valuable, that it's worth people's time. If someone watches most or all of your video, TikTok thinks, hey, this is good stuff, let's show it to more people.
Makes sense. The source had an example, right? Like a DIY tip.
Yeah, say you have a 20-second video. If your average watch time is like 15 seconds, that's pretty strong. People are engaged.
But if it's only like 5 seconds.
Then that's a red flag. People are bouncing fast. Maybe your intro wasn't catchy enough, or the video didn't deliver on its promise quickly. You're losing them early.
Okay, so watch time, viewer, value signal. Got it. What about traffic sources? You mentioned the For You page versus profile views.
Yeah, this tells you how people are discovering your content. Getting a lot of views from the For You page, the FYP is usually the goal.
Why?
Because that means the algorithm likes your video and is pushing it out to a wider audience, people who don't already follow you. That's how you grow, how things go viral.
And if most views are from your profile or hashtags?
That's not bad, but it might mean you're mostly reaching people who already know you. You might need to work on making your content more appealing for broader discovery. Better hooks, trending sounds, maybe.
Like that fitness coach example, Jamie.
Exactly. They tweaked their intros, made them more visually engaging, focused on storytelling, and saw their FYP traffic jump. And engagement went up too, like 48%.
Wow. So small changes, big impact potentially.
Definitely. It shows you where to focus your optimization efforts.
Okay, what about the classic engagement metrics? Likes, comments, shares, saves. What do they really tell us?
They all signal different things. Likes are, a quick nod, easy approval,
A baseline.
kind of.
Yeah.
Comments show deeper engagement. Someone took the time to type something out. That's a stronger signal.
And shares.
Shares are gold. Someone liked it enough to vouch for it to their own network. That expands your reach organically. Virality potential.
And saves. That one's interesting.
Saves suggest usefulness or long-term value. People save tutorials, recipes, tips, things they want to come back to. High saves can mean your content is really practical or memorable.
So if I have high views, but low everything else.
That's a sign you need to encourage interaction more actively. Ask questions in your captions. Prompt people to share their thoughts. A clear call to action can make a huge difference.
Right. Actually, ask for the engagement. Makes sense. Lastly, follower activity. Posting when they're online seems obvious, but any deeper insights?
It's more crucial than you might think. Posting when your audience is most active gives your video the best shot at getting that initial engagement boost.
Early traction matters.
Hugely. That early velocity, likes, comments, shares, soon after posting, tells the algorithm this video has potential, increasing its chances of hitting the FYP.
So if my followers are mostly online at, say, 7 p.m. GMT, but I'm posting at noon my time.
You're likely missing that prime window. Check your analytics, see their peak times and their locations, and adjust your schedule. It can seriously improve reach.
Okay, I'm starting to connect the dots. It's not just numbers, it's clues.
Exactly. Clues to what your audience wants and how the platform works.
So how do we turn these clues into action? The source had strategies for optimizing content, right? Starting with refining themes.
Yeah, this is about looking at your top-performing videos, the ones with the best views, watch time, engagement. Find the patterns.
What kind of patterns?
Is it a specific topic, a certain style like humor or educational, behind-the-scenes stuff, a particular format?
Yeah.
Once you spot those common threads,
Lean into them.
exactly, build your content calendar around what's already proven to work. And that tip about sequels, if a video pops off unexpectedly,
Make another one like it.
or a related one or part two, capitalize on that interest while it's hot. Give the people what they clearly enjoyed.
Smart. It's like testing the waters and then diving in where it's warm. What about using the demographics from the followers tab?
Super powerful. If you find out your audience is mostly Gen Z, maybe adjust your slang or references.
Yeah.
If you suddenly get a big following in, say, Brazil.
Maybe add Portuguese subtitles.
Precisely. Or tailor content to cultural references they might get. Like this ISOK brand example, noticed a spike from Paris, added French subtitles, and boom, French followers tripled.
That's a tangible result right there.
It shows that meeting your audience where they are, language and culture included, pays off.
Okay, and video length. How does analytics help there?
Look at your average watch time across different video lengths. Are people sticking around for your 60-second deep dives? Or do they prefer your quick 15-second tips?
So let the data guide the format.
Absolutely. Maybe your audience loves short, punchy stuff. Or maybe they're actually craving longer, more detailed content on certain topics. Your watch time data holds the answer. Test different lengths and see what keeps them engaged the longest.
And those crucial first few seconds, the hooks and the calls to action at the end, analytics help fine-tune those too.
Oh, massively. That first 3 seconds is make or break. Experiment with different openings.
Like,
A question, a shocking visual, a bold statement. Try different things. Then check your retention graphs. Where do people drop off? Which hooks keep them past that initial hump?
the retention graph shows that.
Yep, you can often see a sharp drop early on if the hook fails. And same for CTA's calls to action. Test different asks at the end. Follow for more, comment below, check the link in bio, see which ones actually drive the actions you want.
Okay, this is getting really practical. The source also had case studies, right? Real examples. That pizza place.
Yeah, the local restaurant.
Yeah.
That was a great one. They were posting about lunch specials, general menu stuff.
And it wasn't working great.
Not amazing. But their analytics showed that videos about their late night slices targeting the downtown crowd after bars closed, those were killing it.
Ah, niche audience.
Totally. So they pivoted, focused on slice after midnight content, used local late night hashtags, posted when that crowd was active.
And the result.
A 60% jump in DMs asking about late night deals and more actual late night orders. Direct business impact from listening to the data.
Wow. Okay, what about the education creator? The science tutor.
They had the opposite problem in a way. People were interested in the topics, but dropping off super early on longer explanation videos.
Bad hooks.
Basically, yeah. Analytics showed viewers were leaving within the first 5 seconds. So they ditched the slow intros and switched to rapid-fire myth-busting hooks. Quick, punchy, immediate value.
And did it work?
Big time. Average watch time doubled, shares went way up, they had their first viral hit, and gained like 25,000 followers from it. All from fixing the intro, based on data.
Incredible. Just fixing the first few seconds. And the skincare brand going international.
Another great demo of demographics. They were mostly US focused, but analytics showed a sudden surge in followers from Malaysia.
Unexpected growth.
Totally.
Right.
And they noticed these Malaysian followers really engaged with simpler routine videos, less text. So the brand adapted,
No.
added Malay subtitles, started doing Q&As for that audience, really leaned into it.
And the impact.
Engagement deepened, saves from that region went up 40%, and their Malaysian audience grew from under 2,000 to 15,000, found a whole new market through analytics.
Okay, these examples make it really clear. So for someone listening feeling maybe a bit overwhelmed, what's a simple starting roadmap? How do they actually do this?
Okay, super practical. First step, just look at your last 10 videos, pull up the analytics, note the views, likes, average watch time, completion rate, traffic sources, any immediate patterns. Make some guesses, hypotheses why some did better.
Just start looking. Don't overthink it yet.
Exactly. Step 2, make checking the followers tab a weekly thing. Takes 5 minutes. Any demographic shifts? When are they most active? Did a certain video cause a follower spike? Just track it gently.
Okay, weekly check-in.
Step 3, experiment, but one thing at a time. If you want to test hooks, change only the hook on a couple of similar videos. Don't change the hook and the length and the CTA all at once.
Isolate the variable. Science.
Pretty much. Step 4, when something works, do more of it. If a format hits, make a series. If a topic resonates, explore related angles. Replicate and scale your wins.
Don't reinvent the wheel every time.
Right. And finally, step 5, just block out like 15-20 minutes a week. Seriously, schedule it. Review your analytics, look for insights, tweak your plan. Consistency is key.
And remember context, right? Not just chasing numbers.
Crucial point. Don't blindly follow numbers off a cliff. Always ask, how does this relate to my goals, my brand, my audience? Context matters.
Okay, that feels manageable. Looking forward now, any hints about where TikTok analytics might be heading, future trends?
Yeah, the platform keeps adding stuff.
Huh.
Expect more insights around community features, like how people find you via LAVs or stories or TikTok Shop if you use that.
Deeper integration.
Right. There's also talk of content benchmarks letting you see how your videos stack up against similar creators in your niche.
Ooh, that could be really useful. Or dangerous comparison territory.
True. Use it wisely. And maybe even deeper engagement maps, tracking the whole journey a viewer takes with your content.
Sounds complex.
The main thing is, it's always evolving. So stay curious, stay adaptable. Treat analytics as this ongoing conversation, this feedback loop with your audience and the platform.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, the big takeaway isn't really about becoming a data whiz.
Not at all.
It's more about like understanding your audience on a deeper level, right? Seeing what actually lands and using that to be more creative, more strategic,
Exactly. Moving from guesswork to, creating with insight, informed creation.
making smarter decisions based on actual feedback, not just vibes.
You got it. And when you use analytics that way,
Yeah.
every video becomes a learning opportunity, a step towards better connection, better growth.
So the challenge for you listening is dive in. Open up that analytics dashboard. Don't be scared of it.
Yeah, play around, experiment.
Treat those numbers like clues. Be curious. What are they telling you? Your next big breakthrough might be hidden right there in the data.
Absolutely. Consistency, curiosity, and using that data strategically.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you go from following trends to maybe even setting them.
So start optimizing with purpose. See what happens. You might just transform your whole TikTok journey.